Hello everyone, I'm Forrest McFreelava, and this is Let's Play Italy and Hearts of Iron 3, number 20. We left off with some rebels going on and just doing their annoying thing over here in the Russian-ish east. Luckily we have our rebel suppression units automatically taking care of them, hopefully if they actually do their jobs. Let's go ahead and switch our production up a bit just to make sure we're actually producing everything and using all of our resources. It looks as though we can actually build more things. We'll just build more strategic bombers. Those are always helpful. Some strategic bombers, we'll get some transport planes in here. It's really all we need to work on at the moment. In Norway, our forces are cleaning up the remaining American resistance. Hopefully they'll be able to take care of that pretty quickly. And once they're all done with that, we'll rush them all over to the port in case we need them really to fight the real fight against basically anything else, anywhere else. We'll have these units just kind of roll back to the port and just stay there, and they'll be picked up from there. Iceland apparently is a free country, and the Allies will eventually have to go over, and we can't really destroy them because they don't have any victory points. Which I feel like is a terrible oversight by the people who made this game, but whatever, I'm not so judgmental. At any rate, we have also invaded Florida, which is probably the most important thing. So, hey, look at that. We are in Florida right now. Let's draw up a battle plan really quickly. And sadly, I am maybe a little rushed right now, but it should be okay. Just took a screenshot on accident. Not a problem. I'm pretty sure we have an eagle for our symbol. Wait, Operation Food Chain? No, that doesn't make sense. Operation Apex, I like that. Alright, so, Operation Apex, first things first. We're going to try to vaguely hold on to here and just kind of keep the Americans from pushing us out. We will go ahead and launch some sort of naval invasion into the American northern cities, and then try to get some sort of level of defense around them. Probably nowhere near as, what's the word, ambitious as this is showing. We'll probably more likely than not hold a couple key cities for maybe a little while. So that's really what we can expect to get. I could probably aim the arrows a little bit better. So let's just do this. Instead of actually fighting the war, let's take a moment to just draw some lines indicating where the war will hopefully be fought. It's kind of a lazy arrow. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright, so this is going to be the operational plan right now, just in the very short term. Medium to longish term, we'll see if we can't press out from Florida, and we'll bring more forces in and probably try to carve a path to the capital and or out and just generally about. So without any further ado, I don't know why I love mispronouncing things like Zap Brannigan, but it's very fun. We'll move forward and just start doing all this. We have a lot of fighter elements ready to go. We'll just drop them in our massive pile of fighters and other craft. I think these are probably close air support, I'm not really sure. We'll go check out what this giant air unit group is and see what every unit here is. Interceptor, close air support. So we have a ton of close air support. And we're just going to use them to support our troops as much as we possibly can. This navy will stay put because we don't actually want to weaken our forces there very much at all if we can avoid it. And it looks like the Americans are doing rather poorly in this invasion, which is good. Or not really invasion, I guess in this defense of their coastline. But we can call it an invasion if we really want to. Let's see, this force will go over and defeat those rebels just off and about in the far wastelands of Turkey. Hopefully the AI will take care of our other rebel issues. We'll get this navy down and begin landing across the American, just random states. Our forces are charging into Mexico, which will hopefully be helpful later on. And let's go ahead, pluck up these Marines, sail them over to here, and we'll just start taking key American cities, probably starting off with New York. Just because why not? New York's a good place to attack. It'll be very symbolic. New York is the If you are a geography major, it's the primate city of the United States, which just means that it's the primary city. Essentially the key location of culture and whatnot for the United States. We'll go ahead and take this carrier air group pile over here and just pile them up there. You'll notice we aren't shipping over the majority of our forces. That's really just because, well, we don't have the supply throughput capability right now for that sort of thing. We'll attack New York. It looks as though we're not even fighting a battle for New York. We're just going to take the city over. They are attacking us in various places. I think the Welsh just tried to rise up, or no, I guess it's the Germans. Alright, there we go. We'll deal with that. Alright, so these Marines landed without a fight and took New York. Cool. Good on us. Alright, with that said and done, we'll just leave one group of Marines to occupy the city. Sail over and pluck up some more units. All those guys will just stay in Florida where they're at. These guys are kind of committed to the whole Mexico thing. No, they're not. We'll bring them out. It's much more important that we send them anywhere else. First Armada's over here to pick up these armored units. Let's get all of these armored units. We need all the armored units we can get, because we're about to fight a very, very significant series of wars, and or not series of wars, we're going to fight a war very significantly. Do you fight a war significantly? Well, we're going to find out. Alright, so this group needs to pick up some mechanized units. I believe we have a ton over there. So First Armada's on the move. We've won the Battle of Gainesville. We're just going to hold out with our remaining units, as we do have a lot of organizational issues. These units are all going to fall back and just leave the front line hopefully stronger for it. Let's just attack with two of the most organized Marine units and take Boston. Looks as though Boston is just going to fall to us fairly quickly. We can certainly hope. Let's see. Carrier air groups. Let's not pick them up. Where is this massive pile of units? Create new unit. We'll split the interceptors off so we don't get them confused. And we should probably name them something. Can I not? Oh, I have to select them individually to name them. Let's see, we are up to 3rd Air Intercept, so this will be 4th Air Intercept. Alright, now we'll create 3 units out of this. First, Close Air Support. Alright, with this. Didn't mean to change your leader, you guys. Second, Close Air Support, and we'll finally get 3rd Close Air Support. Alright, all these air intercept units, despite being pretty horribly disorganized, are all going to just sail over or fly over to here, to New York, because apparently they have that sort of flight range. German nationalists. Oh, come on. There we go. Let's see, another ship. That flotilla, that just support flotilla is pretty massive at this point. Let's see. This attack isn't going too well, which is a bit worrying, but not so bad. We'll just stop attacking, and we'll pull our forces over and move somewhere else. Hopefully these units will all get ready. We'll attach them to Latin headquarters. Come on. And Latin headquarters. Alright. The remaining forces we will use and attempt... Can we actually land on Washington, D.C.? Wow, we could probably land on Washington, D.C. We're not going to try because that's just ridiculous, and I'm sure they will defend it. But we could have, potentially. First Armada is nearly ready to pick up the remaining mechanized units. Apparently the United States is storming our beach. That is terrible. We need to rush over there and defend that. We lost the battle. We really need to defend that. Battle of New York. Apparently we're losing New York. We'll transport these forces over. There we go, we're not losing it quite so badly anymore. Alright, close air support units. You guys are going to go ground attack these guys. 4th Air Intercept, you're going to just be doing air interception runs all across this area. We'll pick up the remaining Marines, or at least one group of them. 1st Armada is ready to go. We'll leave this infantry behind. Can we just leave the command structure behind? We can. This is part of 15th Corps. We'll take 15th Corps command with us. Everyone else's Corps command will just have to stay. Alright, all of you guys, we're shipping you over. We're rebasing you in New York. We'll pick up this one group of Marines, transport you over to New York. We now have the key city of Philadelphia and New York under our control. American Marines are attempting to retake the cities, but they are not doing well, as now that our Navy is in the field, we are doing just amazingly well against them. Alright, so that's all taken care of. Sadly, we were not able to interdict those American forces quite quickly enough, so we're going to need to pick up whatever Marine elements are organized after this battle and pull them over. We did lose this one Marine unit. It is now retreating to the ships. Battle of New York we have lost. Oof, that's awful. We have to get reinforcements in there now. 1st Armada, you are rebasing in Philadelphia, and you're giving a move order just right there, and we'll just fill the countryside around, take the city back. Looks as though we got our carriers ready to go, or at least our escort carriers. We'll probably get more carriers in a moment. More research is possible. It's now 1947, so we can get 1948 techs for all of these things. And we'll rush all of those because they're very important. Alright, it looks as though we did lose 2 of our Marine units, which is just terrible. We still have 3, though, remaining, which should hopefully be enough. Alright, these forces have had time to reorganize at least somewhat. It is now January. We'll attack right there, bring this shipping group over. Americans can now bring their military in to the Atlantic, though, which is a terrible, terrible blow. Alright, you guys, we'll begin landings, armored landings in Newark, mechanized landings in Hempstead, a couple just mixed landings in New Haven. We'll bring an additional mechanized unit there and drop another force over in New London. Looks as though there's a Battle of Newark happening. We have a lot of armored units rolling in, but that isn't very effective for the task at hand. These units are going to try to charge in. Looks as though they'll be able to just rush into the city. We've lost the Battle of Jacksonville and disorganized our units in the process. To an extent that's probably very dangerous. We've won the Battle of New York, we've lost Daytona Beach, won the Battle of New London and New Haven. We'll rush over and take Boston. These units have landed, they'll now rove over and around. We've won the Battle of Boston. Alright. Things are going alright. We'll win that battle pretty handedly. Charge these forces over and around. Try to just smash through the American defensive forces. We've won the Battle of Daytona Beach, so we are able to defend ourselves somewhat. Air wings, let's just go ahead and build more strategic bombers. No, that's dumb. We'll build some armored units. Let's see, we can build an engineer unit and attach it to them, and self-propelled rocket artillery. So we'll build some crazy high-tech super tank divisions and just bring them into the fight. Ooh, looks like we're under attack in a significant manner. And we should probably start pulling infantry and whatnot over. So let's see, Second Armada, we'll keep you there. This flotilla group is still in the battle. Won the Battle of Newark. Wow, we sank a lot of American transports. That's pretty swell for us. Let's see. So, this group doesn't have any other units with them. We will, let's see, rove on back to here, rebase, and pick up whatever units we can muster. A lot of our armored units are in position now. We won't really press further into Norway because it would just take a lot of attention that we don't really need to spend. These forces are to start spreading out throughout the general area. Spanish nationalists have risen up in Africa, so we'll just leave them there. Hopefully the Canadians will fight them or something. And it doesn't really matter. Looks like we're being attacked. Naval battles all over the place. Daytona Beach was fought for once more. Can these units actually press forward and hopefully make the attack? Looks as though we might be able to make this work. We're definitely fighting the American Navy now, pretty consistently. We'll go support them. We are losing organization rather rapidly, which is worrying. We'll try to ground attack with these two units. Hopefully that'll give us some level of aid. Realistically though, that battle's not going very well for us and we should probably cut it out when we get the opportunity. Alright, these forces will keep moving forward. This unit's going to stop. We'll rush these guys over to the city. Fighting a lot of American naval units. We really need to get our Marines in position. Let's see, this flotilla group has a lot of escort carriers, but no full carriers yet. We need to wait until the carriers arrive before they can really be effective. Alright, let's check victory points. We don't really need anything else in the north coast, except for we did apparently lose this key port city. We got some Marines there. Jacksonville, we're kind of winning, but not really. We're actually going to pull out of that. They're counterattacking. We'll bring these forces up and over to reinforce. We'll get rid of those American paratroopers. And these forces will try to carve their way over to Canada. Not that that will really help us with anything. Looks as though we lost a ship here. We'll go ahead and rebase in Philadelphia. Just for the moment. Attack from multiple sides against that group. We've won the Battle of New York, lost the Battle of Daytona Beach, however. We'll get some reinforcements in there. Battle of Philadelphia is still going poorly despite our reinforcements. Oops, well, whatever, it doesn't matter. We won the second Battle of Daytona Beach, though, which is good. Czech nationalists, good thing we're dealing with that immediately. This armada is getting into position. We've lost New London. Alright, 25th Corps. We'll load all of you up. Let's see, 26th Corps. Can we load all of you up? We can. Good. We can still carry 78 weight, but we're probably going to stop right there. We will unload these guys in New York. This Navy, can we bring them back to hopefully support our troops. It looks as though they do support them slightly. Second Armada down here isn't really doing much. We can bring them up north. Probably rebase them in New York. And bring them over so we can get that major key city back. Won that battle. Not sure where New London is, to be perfectly honest. Hopefully nowhere terribly important. We could probably go around the American force in Jacksonville or just keep trying to gun our way through it. They did get a lot of their troops out of the area, probably to bring them up north, which would be quite sensible, honestly. Alright, these forces are all getting into position to abandon Mexico and charge up. Looks like we lost the Battle of Springfield. We won the Battle of Boston, though. Alright, looks like we're losing Philadelphia. Battle of Hartford and all that. French nationalists rising up. Fighting some submarines. The suppression unit's going to roll on up and then back. Let's see, Second Armada, you're there. This flotilla group is in a battle. Once that armored unit gets there, we'll be able to pull our forces up north. Delaware Bay. Our poor Marines are being battled. These units will continue their charge, their triumphal charge, we can hope. We'll move over here to give some naval support toward the troops, as they probably need it. Where's all of our close air support units? Why are they down here? But evidently they were forced down here. Alright, we'll take 4th Air Intercept and all of the close air supports. We'll roll them back up to New York. And we will begin to just bomb Philadelphia as much as we can, so ground attacks all in Philadelphia. This group will actually send over to New London, ground attack there. We've won the Battle of Pittsfield, evidently. Right, let's see. More battles against submarines and whatnot. We still haven't got our Marines over to the vital sea areas we're trying to defend. We'll actually retreat this group of Marines away. We only have 2 groups of Marines now. It looks as though we lost yet another group. We did win this battle, but lost the subsequent engagement. So we took the city, then lost the city. We'll rush over additional forces to just recapture it and hopefully hold it this time. We'll rush in and just destroy that American paratrooper unit. We have new forces in theater. We'll detach, add you guys to the Latin headquarters. 26th Corps, detach, add to 8th Army, or detach. We'll just make a new army. 13th Army, we'll attach that to 5th Army Group. No, we'll attach that to Latin headquarters. There we go. This corps will detach and just attach to 13th Army. th Corps, you guys are attaching to 13th Army. We'll just kind of get this all out of the way. Alright, we will detach you guys, get you a new corps in theater. I guess 8th Army it's gonna be. Alright, good to go though. That's all the important bits. Alright, we have a lot of additional forces now. Hopefully we can supply them just to make sure that we can. We're going to rush over. We'll do a mixed armored and mechanized assault to take Philadelphia and roll down to Washington, D.C. We have all the other key American port cities in the northeast. If it is possible at all to supply this many troops off of American, well, I guess just industrial capacity and port stuff, we're going to find out and do it now. There was another uprising somewhere random, maybe up here. No, we're already dealing with that. Probably right there then. Well, Tsar. Alright, that's good enough. We could probably automate the entire National Rebel Suppression Corps groupings, but that's quite a bit to do. First Armada, you're going to go back and pick up even more troops. Wetzar, good, we won that. These forces are going to gun it. That is their main goal, is they're gunning it. We will even abandon... You guys keep going. We'll abandon this city. Hopefully the Americans will charge from Philadelphia. We are facing some minor supply concerns. Hopefully minor. Definitely supply concerns. You troops are to charge up. Hopefully we can win that battle and just destroy those forces quickly. More naval engagements. Coast of Maine, we have won that. Hopefully these reinforcements will get into position quickly. And from there we'll be able to press up the American East Coast. We may have put a little too many armored units into these positions. We need to take that port. We've destroyed those American forces, which is great news. Are there any more victory points up here? Yes, a few will rush up. And we're going to have to fight the Canadians as well. Add war goal. We might as well just conquer Canada, or we could acquire territories in Morocco from Canada. Right, I forgot about that. We will conquer Canada. We'll leave all of the Latin Americans on our side, but the Canadians and all them, we'll... Oh no, we lost the battle. Apparently we were fighting for it. Alright, you guys spread out. If we can't all move forward, we can at least move around and secure our flanks and whatnot. Mexican forces are up north, just helping out, as it were. Alright, these troops are going to roll forward. See if we can win this battle and push these men forward a bit. Another battle of Jacksonville has been lost. Okay, we have supplies now. Alright, you close air support units, we're going to give these guys some close air support. We have our first carrier ready to go. Winning all these various battles. We are pressing forward now. We'll leave our mechanized units behind. Won the Battle of Jacksonville again. We can hopefully press forward from Florida. Up here we have trapped this American armored unit, which is good, very good news. These troops will continue to gun it towards the Canadian border. We'll probably have to press deep into Canada to actually defeat them, but we're going to give it a try. We'll take this American airfield and then roll over to that Canadian city. This armored unit isn't doing much. We'll try to roll it around to where all the American resistance currently is. Can't really fight that armored unit with just mechanized alone. It would be kind of a suicide mission. Here we'll just stop for a second with both of these units to get rid of that. Evidently that didn't get rid of it, which is a little annoying. Maybe they'll... There we go, now it's gone. Insufficient research, coal, all sorts of things. Alright, there we go. That's taken care of. We'll try to rush up and then attack the Canadians. Get these units to charge forward a bit. This armored unit will attack in the Battle of Salem. Alright, our Marines are ready to go, so let's go ahead and pluck them all up. We've won the Battle of Salem. Watertown, Trenton, all sorts of things. We have this armored unit getting into position. An American armored unit is starting to cut off our position and all of our forces here, so we should actually probably roll back around. Looks like a lot of Canadian militia. We can't actually defeat them easily, though. So we'll retreat back across the river and get out of Canada proper for the moment. We'll continue to chase that one American Marine division. These forces will carry up. If they do cross the river, we'll be able to fight them on our side of the river, which would be helpful probably. Let's see, let's pluck up these Marines. Key point there. Load them all up, and we're going to retake Panama. Rebasing in just one of our subject nations' ports, La Habana. And then we'll give a move order and we'll invade. Alright, so the Americans are not doing too great against us. That's the most important thing. We'll hopefully destroy that one armored unit. We are winning these tangential battles. Our supply concerns are getting pretty real at the moment. We can probably just start ground attacking these Philadelphia Marines and whatnot, various units. 4th Air Intercept, you're now going to go on air superiority throughout the area. Sinking more American shipping. Battle of Camden, we have won. This armored unit will roll around. We're going to stop attacking, seeing as it's just kind of ineffective. These units will roll over and back. This unit will go back and just defend its supply lines and attack that American armored. These units will go ahead and give some close air support, ground attacking the American armored where they're able to. In fact, I guess all of them will do that. Except for one of you who will go and just continue to ground attack those armored in those cities. It looks as though we're starting to actually be able to defend this area, which is a notable notable move upwards and just to greater just greater stuff for us. Jacksonville, uprising of Lithuanians. Hopefully the AI will deal with that. It looks like they're on their way too. Alright, everything is going fairly well right now, supply issues notwithstanding. We'll charge over and just defend our forces there. Alright, we've won that battle by just kind of sending an offshoot force. We'll charge over and try to help our armored units there. That kind of brings them into attack. Okay, we've lost the Battle of Salem. We really need to take Philadelphia. That battle won't really work very well. Supply throughput issues are really just the order of the day, you could say. They keep trying to attack over the river, and it never really works, but it's always kind of worrying. First Armada... wait, I'm looking for this flotilla group. No, I'm not. Second Armada. There we go. Couldn't have got it more wrong. Alright, everyone's going to attack Panama right now. We've won. Good. We can keep more American forces from roving over from the Pacific. Not that they probably have any left over there at this point. Alright, this force can make at least one full navy, so let's go ahead and create it. We'll get a carrier, a couple battle cruisers, 2 escort carriers, 1, 2, 3, 4 heavy cruisers, 1, 2, 3, 4 light cruisers. We'll go with 6 light cruisers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destroyers. Looks like there's a lot of destroyers, so 12 destroyers. We'll throw on a couple light cruisers. Do we have any light cruisers? Yeah, we already do. And I guess another destroyer. That'll be good enough. It doesn't have any transport capacity. We don't really need it to. We'll move it over there. Actually, we should probably give it a better leader first. So we'll bring it back home. Who's a high skill leader? Old guard spotter, superior tactician, spotter, superior tactician. We'll raise you up to admiral status. Congrats, you're now going to be the 4th Armada. Let's get some carrier air groups onto you. All of you guys are now to rebase to carrier. Alright, and we'll base you out of Cuba just so we don't use our own supplies. And see if we can get you over to Delaware Bay. And we'll just defend there with all of you. Actually, no, we'll bring you over to here. Looks like we're now fighting a major battle against the some sort of American fleet. Let's see if we can't get some naval bombers in this. It's like a naval bomber. Let's bring you over to Panama. Let's just have you navally strike them. Nuclear bomb research is done. Let's get some nuclear bombs, shall we? Alright, another ship. Not sure how well this naval battle's going for us. We don't really have any navies nearby. Alright, we'll take the rest of these units. Deselecting this guy. Load them all up. We'll rebase here in Oslo for a moment. Alright, 2nd Armada. That battle looks like it's going rather poorly. Let's get this flotilla group down there and resupply, or just support in general. 2nd Armada taking some heavy losses. We'll deploy you guys over here in Spain. Alright, we'll attack with these units just everywhere. This unit will stop attacking. Alright, that's unfortunate. We might lose that unit. Alright, you guys are all to start falling back. Alright. So things aren't going ideally. We'll go ahead and charge forward with these armored and mechanized units. Everyone else is going to just charge up. You guys are going to stop while you still have anything like organization. This battle is going rather poorly now. We have another navy inbound to reinforce them, though. Alright, looks as though we did manage to win that, actually, which is very good news, but we're going to bring you guys back and rebase you in Lisboa, because you are now very wounded. We might be able to start making some gains in Florida. That is good news. Some welcome good news. We'll go land over there, maybe pick up those units in a moment. Apparently we took over an American radar facility or something along those lines, as we now have pretty significant vision. This unit's actually going to pick up these Marines. We're going to try something a little ballsy. Alright, so these Marines, we're going to pick them up. I'm going to sail them here. Okay, I can't do that. We'll transfer them over to here. We'll rebase in Cuba. And then from Cuba, we'll move them over to Delaware Bay. That's actually a very significant battle. If we lose it, we'll try to destroy that one American armored unit, see if we can't press forward something of an advantage against these Philadelphia Americans. Let's see. One carrier air group will go ground attack there. No, not carrier air group, close air support. We'll ground attack right there. These units are going to start falling back. These units are going to just keep taking Canadian port cities. This battle won't be saved by fighting it longer. Probably same with this, so we'll stop right there. Alright, these forces are going to start falling back because we don't want to waste them all in some dumb attack that just gets everyone killed. We'll move the armored unit back. We'll retreat these guys back to the line. First Armada. Let's start getting all these cores then. Alright, all of you units, we will rebase in Cuba technically, but we'll bring you over to Delaware Bay. And we'll try to do something kind of ridiculous, but hopefully successful. Alright, these units are going to try to keep that American group cut off. Can we just go defeat these Mexican forces? Yes, we can. We'll probably stay on this end of the river for now, at least. Apparently we're fighting a battle fairly poorly right now. Right up here, we'll just keep retreating from that. The Americans are bringing in a lot of forces. We did get defeated right there. Can we charge up? Yes. Can we charge up? Kind of. Good enough. We do finally have this group moving in, 4th Armada, to reinforce. Let's see, we've got these 2 Marine divisions. Let's try to land on Washington, D.C. If we can pull that off, we'll have a pretty major coup against the Americans. Looks like we're facing some pretty bad battles in a lot of these places. More fighters, some more ships. Battle of Washington, D.C. isn't actually going to be that easy, it looks like. We are defending ourselves in all the other areas, though, which is very good news. Come on, let's get you guys out of there. You're not losing another unit. We can probably charge up there. This battle's still not going ideally. Close air support units, you can't make it that far. That's annoying. Large bomb advance, that's good though. Alright, there we go. We're attacking from multiple angles now. It should be enough to win that battle. We'll charge these armored units over, see if we can't win that. Battle of Washington, D.C. is still not going very well, but it's also not going terribly poorly. Now this battle is going rather poorly. We had to fall back from there, so we're just going to keep everyone where they're at. Let's see, more ships. Battle of Washington, D.C. is kind of looking like it's lost. Yeah, it's probably not going to happen. Well, we have all these reinforcements now. Alright, you guys. First steps first is let's detach you all from whatever control groups you're under. Create a higher command. 13th Army. Where is your command, actually? Way down here in Latin headquarters. Well, kind of regret that choice now. That's kind of dumb. Probably shouldn't have done that moments before a massive naval landing either. That was ill-advised. Future note, probably don't do that, guys. It's dumb. Alright, whatever, you guys are part of 48th Corps. We'll attach you to 13th Army too. And we'll just rebuild those cores in a moment once we're done with this advised kind of landing campaign right now. Alright, so we'll attack with a mechanized and an armored into Norfolk, an armored unit into Elizabeth City, an armor and a mechanized there. Let's drop an armored and a mechanized there, and we'll just drop an armored up in Annapolis. And we'll try to rove in and seize the Southern American key cities. If we lose the Battle of Washington, D.C., it doesn't matter all that much because now we have all of these additional forces here. This armored unit's going to charge up and try to defend. More American naval units are fighting us just everywhere. Looks like that battle is definitely going to be lost. Don't fight to the death over that. It's not worth it. We are sinking a lot of American naval units, though. There we go. We have landed. We're doing much better in the Battle of Washington, D.C. now. We have this key port city, which is very good. It is a full port. That is very good. That is a huge boon to our forces. Everyone's going to start charging out from that area now. We'll send some armored support as well as some mechanized units. More mechanized units are going to flood up that way. Looks like we'll win that battle. We'll keep the mechanized unit there, move the armor over, and then we'll move that armored unit up once we win the battle. Keep getting more reinforcements to the area. You're going to just keep hunting enemy units down. Battle of Washington, D.C. is going much better all of a sudden. And all those units are to just keep charging forward wherever they're able. We won there, so you guys are just going to start charging north. We're going to see that this area becomes much larger, and the battlefield becomes much just larger, I guess. Alright, you're going to chase that group down. You're going to charge up and hopefully around and get us around on their capital. With Norfolk, we have the ability to supply even more of our units, which is going to be very helpful. These guys are going to race around. These guys will actually just race up. Battle of Vidalia. Battle of Berlin? Evidently we had rebels or something. Or maybe there's a Berlin, America. These units are doing poorly all of a sudden. We just have to do better in the Battle of New York, or Battle of Washington, D.C. than they're doing in the Battle of Annapolis. Everyone's to just charge deeper into the American countryside. We'll send some disorganized units over here because it doesn't look like we're actually going to have to fight right there. Can these units win? Looks like they can, and hopefully will. Everyone's gunning it. The American... Oh, we've won the Battle of Washington, D.C. You guys can stay put now. You're going to want to roll up. We're fighting some Mexican corps. Harrisonburg. Alright, so we have just wrecked the American Atlantic coast. These units are going to start charging up. Looks like we'll just win that battle out loud. More naval engagements. We're winning them. Alright, we should have enough ports and whatnot that we can sail on over, pluck up these units, and bring them into the fight. It is now March. We could probably land in New Orleans and then start roving up through there. We've taken every key American Atlantic port, except for New Orleans. New Orleans. So we might want to use our Marines for that, but for the moment, we have captured the capital of the Americans. American resistance is probably going to seem trite and just... Yeah, at this point, I'm pretty confident. Apparently we lost or won another Battle of Washington, D.C. Not really sure what's going on there. Looks as though we are having to defend from an attack from Pennsylvania. I forgot that they do still own Pennsylvania and are thus still a threat. Where's their new capital, by the way? Probably somewhere like Pennsylvania. Wouldn't shock me too much. I don't actually know. Oh! America's government is now based out of Chicago. Looks like this battle's going poorly. We've reinforced. Now it's going fairly well. These units want a major victory and can hopefully start driving the Americans back, at least somewhat. Right here, major defeat, that's not good. Let's try to win this battle. These units will battle up there. This mechanized unit's done a good job. We'll roll over and try to take that last key city. Alright, you guys keep going up. Oh, we should really take Archon and stop the Americans from devising even more of their nuclear just programs. If we can stop them from nuking us, well, that's just good. It's good to stop them from nuking us. That's not even a statement. Let's just prevent it. Because that would just be a disaster waiting to happen, and I'm not really too keen on that. We could drop even more armored units and then just roll in behind these remaining American forces. It's a little risky, but it looks as though we have just overwhelming numbers here. We might even want to drop them in New Orleans and open up in a completely new front. And then just battle up around New Orleans. Let's do that. We'll charge in, open up another southern offensive. We're just charging into Georgia now because that's where the rivers kind of like let us go in easily without really worrying too much about counterattacks. Looks like this American force crossed the river. Let's try to make them realize that was a mistake. Looks like we did lose a battle over there, which is going to be of relatively significant importance. We'll charge up there, bring some additional units. These armored and mechanized forces will just go around, hopefully cut them off. Looks like we did lose one of our army units, which is terribly sad. Let's make the Americans pay for it, shall we? Baltimore, can we charge in? We've won the Battle of Washington and probably Baltimore. Turkish nationalists, how rude. Bring them back. Everyone's moving forward generally. We could probably rush up and take over Montreal before Canadian resistance forces get there. Hopefully we'll win that battle. We'll chase down those Canadian divisions, charge that group over there. All of these American forces are now routing. Oh, this is also Washington. That explains that battle. Looks like we can just walk there. We'll go rush over and take their nuclear facility. These forces will rush south and try to meet up with our other forces. Partisans all over in Norway. We did end up leaving this one unit behind. We'll have them just try to battle their way through all the Norwegians. Just do all that. These units are to rush up and meet with their comrades in the north. We'll charge over with the armored, leave the mechanized behind. Mechanized is really just fancy infantry after all. Send the armored around. Alright, all of you guys, let's see what we can do with you. We'll try to land in Gulfport, Bay of St. Louis, Hammond. We'll drop an armored and a mechanized unit there, and actually just the rest of the force. Can we make it? Are we under attack? We are under attack. We might not be able to make it. These units will go race up and then over. Everyone down here is doing their jobs and doing them admirably. Hopefully we'll win that. And you guys are to keep racing down and across. Any victory points here? Yes, there's one. And then once we manage to connect those, we'll have just one major front. We'll rush that group there, this group across. Everyone else will stay put or charge forward and advance the position. That battle isn't worth it. We'll charge over and up. Phoenix City, Plaster Rock, various things. Alright, you guys are going to start charging deeper into the interior of the United States. Really, all of you will. Alright, we'll turn around and start rolling up. We've captured the American nuclear facilities. That battle looks to actually be across the river, though I didn't think it was at first. Or I wouldn't have given that order. We'll just pull back. Mechanized unit, keep rolling over and around. Looks like that's just one of our units with an enemy unit nearby. We can't really win that battle because they're entrenched in the mountains. Supply issues are stopping that battle from really being effective. We'll roll that armored unit over. Battle of York we have won. That's questionable, but whatever. These forces are all moving up now. We've definitely got the momentum back on our side. Alright, that battle's not really going too great. Bring this unit back, charge this unit forward. Hopefully everyone's doing alright. Charge these guys. Technology, the flying bomb. Let's get ourselves some flying bombs. These units will attack. It's going much better now that we're attacking from two sides. Can we just charge into there? No, Philadelphia is still going to be a tough nut to crack. Alright, you guys, charge. Looks like that'll work. Everyone else is going to just keep moving forward. We'll just send you guys up that way. Hopefully we'll take the city pretty quickly. Everyone else is to keep just moving forward. Victory points, there's a victory point down here, so we'll send this group after that. Actually, no, we'll send everybody up. We do need the victory point, though, but I'm sure... Okay, we'll move this group down and we'll encircle all of those American forces. They're storming Fiji, which goes ahead and shows their just amazing ability to pick the right place to go. The right focus. We are getting them 30% of the way towards surrendering. Alright. We're going to leave things right where they're at for now. It is a couple minutes shorter than the usual episode. Hopefully you guys aren't that upset. It is also kind of running late. Hopefully, admittedly, that's kind of the problem, is just for this entire week I've been kind of running catch-up with the whole scheduling issue. That's why I don't make videos on Sunday, so that it doesn't then transfer into next week as well. But that's even assuming that there will be more of this campaign next week, because we might actually defeat the Americans tomorrow and win this whole thing. Is it terribly likely? Probably not. But look at what we've done. We've taken all but Philadelphia and I guess technically New Orleans and Corpus Christi and all of these in Mexico. Never mind. So we still got a way to go. The most important thing, though, is we have captured, just kidding, one of the American nuclear reactors. It looks like they actually have another in Oklahoma City. So we haven't totally ended the American nuclear research campaign. There might even be some in Japan. I wouldn't be too shocked if there were. It looks as though there actually aren't, which is almost the more shocking turn of events. Alright, so if we manage to make it to Oklahoma before they nuke us, they won't be able to nuke us at all. That's a very key point. I wonder if Canada has any. They could just build them off in their weird little wasteland bits, so we might not even be able to find them. Although it doesn't look like it. It looks as though Canada really is devoid of most infrastructure, including the nuclear variety. So once we take over Oklahoma City, we will put to bed the threat of American nuclear well, retaliation or just strikes or anything. So that'll be an important thing to aim for. Right now we're just going to try to clean up control over the northeast and then just press west and try to overthrow their country. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.